What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. This is probably the most stoked I've been on the hatch in a while because today we have a very simple task. Today's task is to get some new wheels on the car. We've had wheels sitting here for probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. As you guys can see, this car definitely needs some wheels installed on it. The wheels that are on here are pretty much for like a stock body spec. They're 18 by 10 and a half with like a 20-ish millimeter offset. We're going to 18, I think it's an 18 by 11 with like a 0 offset. I'll have to open up the box. It's been a minute. We're still gonna stick with some meaty tires, 295s all around. And at the end of the day, if what we are running still is not wide enough, I did go ahead and order up some spacers as well. So let's get started. Yeah, let's get started. Look at how freaking beefy and thick these things are. Width-wise, lip size-wise, these things are so freaking beautiful. When I was trying to find wheels for this wide body car, it was proving to be very difficult. We had a few different options, either the Cosmos wheels or go with like a crazy and very crazy expensive custom 3-piece wheel. When I came across these, I knew I had to pick them up for this car. These are Cosmos XT006Rs, 18 by 11 plus 8. And they look insane. I am so freaking stoked. I am so excited to get these wheels on the car. All black, nice gloss, like polished black look with a lightly machined spoke out right here. These against the white, gonna be insane. And like I said, sticking with a 295/30 all around. So this is gonna be a very meaty, very beefy setup. We do have spacers. I have 1-inch spacers and I may have some others on the shelf. But just in case, like I said, if we put these wheels on and they're not quite wide enough for the car, because this kit is fairly wide, right? And the whole sunken in wheel isn't really what I like to see on this thing. We can always put the spacers on. Before I go ahead and throw on the tires, I'm gonna jack the car up and I'm gonna throw one on. Let's throw one on the rear, throw one on the front, and kind of get a rough idea. The rear, we're not running any sort of camber at all. The front has a ton of camber, and I'm not sure why the previous owner did that. But regardless, I'm gonna pull out all the camber. This isn't gonna be any sort of camber machine. If we don't have to run camber, I'd rather not run camber. So let's get this thing up in the air, pull off the wheels that are on here, and we can go ahead test fit the new Cosmos wheels on the car. These wheels look so dang good on here, guys. I don't think I could have gone with a better wheel. I do think, just based right off the bat, that we're probably gonna have to add in the spacers. As you can see, the wheel's still sticking in. Granted, there still is quite a bit of camber on the front, but I guess we'll see when we go ahead and get some tires mounted up. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get some tires mounted on these wheels. These are some Falcon, what are these things? I forget what I found. I just found these online and I wanted something quick, so I picked these guys up. Should be a pretty decent tire, and they got some serious meat on them. Let's go ahead, get our tire machine set up. We already got the plastic head installed on the tire mounting machine. Helps out quite a bit with not scratching these wheels at all. The first wheel and tire combo is all mounted up. That looks so good. Perfect size of tire, the perfect amount of meat. I can dig it. 3 left, let's knock them out. About 45 minutes later, all 4 wheels and tires are fully mounted up. Look at that beautiful combo. These things balance out perfectly as well. I don't think there was a single one that took over an ounce of weight, which is pretty miraculous. I do want to give a huge shout out to Cosmos and Import Image Racing for sending these wheels out. If you want this exact spec, I'll have them linked down below, and I will have Cosmos and Import Image Racing linked down in the description box below as well. Now, I've made this mistake before a few times. I made this mistake on the Evo 8 and on the truck as well. When the wheels are new, they're super easy to get ceramic coated, and I promised myself I would do it on the 8 before I drove it a lot and got the wheels super dirty, and of course I keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. Somewhere in our big pile of parts over here, we have a restock of some Avalon King ceramic coat. I'm gonna go ahead and guess it is this box here. I use this stuff so much, every time I order more in from Avalon King, I just stock up on everything that they got. So we got 3 kits of ceramic coat. Now we can't ceramic coat the actual paint or the body of the car itself for probably at least another month or so. I might give it some extra time just to be on the safe side. So we got those 3 kits. We got some microfiber buffing towels, multi-purpose towel, and a new wash mitt. And then on top of that, we also have some car shampoo and some prep shampoo. So this guy here would be for right before you ceramic coat a car. We don't need either of those right now, but figured I'd show you guys. No need to wash these guys. I'm just gonna go ahead, hit them with IPA and get them ceramic coated. So let's get her done. All 4 wheels are ceramic coated. If you're gonna do 2 coats like I always do, I usually wait about an hour in between the first and second coat. I'll have my discount code on the screen if you guys want to pick up some ceramic coat, but a little forewarning, Avalon King is having a pretty big sale coming up here in the next few days, a Halloween sale. If you're not in a rush, I'd hold off on picking some up until their sale goes live, which I'll be sure to update you guys when it does. Let's go ahead and get the wheels on the car. I'm gonna do the rears first. Oh my Lord, so much better than what it was. Old wheel, new wheel. These things look so dang good on here. But like I expected, they're still sticking in quite a bit. I think a 1-inch spacer is gonna be perfect. 1 inch is no big deal. I've ran 1-inch spacers on many cars. I actually went up to a 2.5 one time on the FRS. I never had any issues. There we go. That is exactly what I'm after. Fairly flush fitment. Honestly, it could probably be a little bit smaller. I might grab like some maybe 15 mils. Regardless though, there it is with a 1-inch spacer, and there it is with no spacer. I think it looks much better, honestly, with the spacer. This is gonna be such a freaking insane meaty setup. This isn't the car that's gonna be slammed on the ground. I'll probably leave it at that height right there. Not super low, but still low enough to look pretty good. Let's run through, get all 4 wheels and spacers mounted up on this thing and see how she looks. We are gonna have to deal with the front camber, but that should be fairly easy. This combo is so good looking. Oh my gosh, this turned out way better than I expected. Look at this thing. Sheesh. It looks really good. 1-inch spacer is perfect. Nice meaty setup. It looks so good. I'm telling you guys, once we get this wide body kit completely done, like everything buttoned up perfectly exactly how we want it, this is probably gonna be the best looking car in the fleet. I love how this thing turned out. Pure white is so freaking beautiful. This is such a bright white. Look at this thing, guys. I'm amazed. The front bumper looks sick. The wide body extensions don't look sick, but we'll fix those eventually. The kit overall, I love how the kit looks. This angle right here with the nice wing on there, some big old hips, can't beat it. Nice little shot of the back. I think some red overlays on those tails. I think that look pretty sick. Piece that's in the center that we vinyl wrapped yesterday. I might go ahead and throw a carbon one on there. I think that'll look pretty good. But overall, man, this thing just turned out so good. I cannot be more stoked. Wheels will be linked down below. I'll go ahead and link the spacers down below as well, and then the ceramic coat. Honestly, the rest of the day is gonna be a fairly chill day. I bought some skirts online. I don't know if they're gonna fit well with the wide body kit, but I wanna test them out. After that, rest of the day, I need to clean up all the cars that are in the shop. The Supra's filthy, the 9 is filthy, the 8's filthy, the 10 is filthy. All these cars are disgusting. The 10 has a bad ABS sensor on it, and I know it's one of the fronts from when we did that sway bar probably a few months back. So while Jared's car is down, both of his ABS sensors are off. I'm gonna go ahead and swap them onto this car, figure out which side is bad, left or right, because I don't feel like buying 2 new ones because they're expensive. So we'll do some diagnosing there, and then yeah, just clean up the rest of the cars. First up, let's go ahead and grab these side skirt extensions and see if they're gonna even fit well with this kit. So of course, with this wide body, it comes way out in the back, and these skirt extensions have this lip. So I think with some sort of light mods, we could probably heat it up and bend it so it flows well. If we could get the rear to sit like that, that'd be perfect. But then the front would have to be bent in. Either that or cut it and bend it a little bit. I think we can get them to fit. I'm not gonna add another piece to the puzzle right now because we have other wide body issues to fix first. Good to know that these things will fit and look good. All right, let's get the shop cleaned up a little bit, get some cars cleaned up. It's been far too long. Working on that dang thing made the shop and all the cars a mess. So yeah, let's get this thing cleaned up. See if old Betty will fire up. Ooh, good old 85 full starts. Oh man, this car's crazy. This is the one car that every time we wash it, we gotta wash the bay. Don't have to, but we might as well keep her looking pretty. Only bad part about cleaning the bay on this thing is every time we got to pull out the coil pack. Let me show you guys why. All of that water eventually turns to corrosion and you have much bigger issues. One of these days we need to do like a touch-up maintenance kind of day on the 8. This thing needs a really bad clay bar. We got some Cerakote overspray on it, which comes off thankfully with clay. We need to ceramic coat the wheels. I want to touch up the wrap in a few places where it started to lift up or peel up. I think it's just on the front bumper actually. This right here started to lift up. I must have stretched it in there too far, but pretty easy to fix up, so I want to get that fixed up. And other than that, this thing's pretty much ready to go. Just needs to be enjoyed. All right, we got all the cars cleaned up. Didn't get a chance to wash the 10 yet, but that's all right. We'll get to her one of these days. I didn't get a chance to wash the 10 yet, but that's all right. Let's go ahead and figure out which ABS sensor is bad. I'm just gonna swap one side, see if that fixes the issue. If it doesn't, then I'll go ahead and swap the other side. Driver's side did not fix the issue, so I'm gonna go ahead and swap the passenger side. Do a little shut off, shut back, or turn back on action. Look at there. Beautiful. Feels nice to have a garage full of clean cars again. That thing was clean until it rained on it, but so clean, just a little bit wet. This thing turned out so sick today. Could not be more stoked on the wheels. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys think of the new wheels. Now that we got it looking like nice, we need to start moving on to perfecting it. Redoing the front bumper extensions. Kind of thinking a black carbon grille would flow better. And then of course we got to make it fast. We have to clean up the engine bay. Still need to do the interior. Still got a ways to go, but it's looking good. Gonna wrap it up right here, my friends. Wheels, spacers, ceramic coat, all linked down in the description box below. Peace out, boys and girls. I'll see you tomorrow.